For a utility in the business of keeping power running through these lines, the CEO says one of the tougher decisions is to cut that power when it's windy and dry enough that their equipment could start a large fire.
We will call a public safety power shutoff when customers are at risk, but it is less and less often and in smaller and smaller blocks because of how we have designed that tool.
PG&E has added more than 1,300 devices to their lines to section them off into targeted areas. It means dramatically fewer people lose power compared to when the program started, and when they do, the utility can get them back online faster.
It's hard to feel the absence of a problem, but our reliability is improving.
They've also reduced disruptions from the automatic shutoffs triggered by sensors anytime something hits a power line. But CEO Patti Poppe knows for some customers, it's still not enough.
In some of these highest risk places, people are experiencing multiple outages as a part of our fire prevention program. They can expect better reliability when we get those power lines underground. They are safe, they will have the power that they want at a lower cost than what they're currently experiencing.
So far, the utility has buried more than 700 miles of power lines in high fire risk areas. They also monitor 635 live cameras across the region to detect wildfires, and they expanded their team of meteorologists and former firefighters to help direct their fire prevention work.
It is not a surprise to me that we have not had a catastrophic fire as a result of our equipment, because our equipment is fundamentally safer.
PG&E's goal is to bury 10,000 miles of lines. That's 10,000 miles where they won't have to worry about tree branches hitting those lines and sparking fires.
And one of the things I want to make sure that your viewers know, there's a lot of ideas that because we've been undergrounding, utility bills have gone up. In today's customers' bills, there's about $1 a month for undergrounding. There's $20 a month for vegetation management.
PG&E's rates are close to the most expensive in the country. In the last 8 years, they have nearly doubled. In 2016, a typical household bill for gas and electricity was $147 a month. Today, it's $288, with more rate increases planned.
Does that get up to the CEO level, the anger people feel about their bills?
We hear from our customers every day. There is no doubt that I feel personally what customers are experiencing.
PG&E reports reducing their costs by $500 million last year, and they're aiming for $1 billion this year. Long-term savings could come from projects like this.
They'll charge it at things just like this. Well, come look at this.
Poppe was excited to show off the progress as the utility equips their Sacramento yard for electric work trucks. Electricity is cheaper than gas, with less impact on the environment. And like many of their projects, this conversion has another use. A fleet of electric trucks could become a bank of stored energy.
So on a hot day like today, the sun goes down, there's a peak hour. We need battery storage. We've added 10 gigawatts already in big bulk storage, but pretty soon we'll be able to leverage vehicles too. So we can grow California and serve that peak energy demand.
So it's like you'd have this roving fleet of power supply.
Exactly, and those roving fleet of power supply end up being where the people are. So I call it power for the people in our vehicles.
Patti Poppe says recently added storage on a large scale is what kept the lights on and the AC running through an exceptionally hot summer and the hot start to our fall season. You probably know we didn't have the rolling blackouts that we've had in some past years. Battery technology only recently made that possible, because until recently it was use it or lose it. Yeah. We had no way to store energy, and now they're able to do that on a much bigger scale.
Let's look at another part of this, because some people are questioning whether or not California is going to have enough energy for the state to transition to all EVs.
Absolutely, and it's a big demand. Over the next 20 years, energy use in California is expected to increase 70%. So Patti Poppe says part of that is the battery storage. We have more than enough energy, say at noon, because of solar, and now they can actually store that, and overnight we have more than we need as well. So that's part of it. And also, if you think about more people using electricity, that's more people spending money. She says they can use those profits to then shore up the power grid and expand the power grid. So a lot of planners looking into this, and hopefully that will bear out.
Interesting part of it. All right,
It absolutely is.
Thanks.